The departure, it all started the night Alice left. She didn't yell, didn't cry. She simply walked out the door, suitcase in hand, her boyfriend's flashy car waiting at the curb. The only thing she left behind was a note on the kitchen counter and a mountain of debt. $20,000. Credit cards maxed out, unpaid bills piling up, loans she'd kept hidden from me. It wasn't just her betrayal that stung. It was the way she had burdened me without a second thought. As I stared at the stack of overdue notices, trying to figure out how to dig myself out of her financial mess, my son Michael came into the room. "It's okay, Dad," he said, his voice calm and reassuring for a 10-year-old. "I took care of it." I smiled weakly, assuming he was just trying to cheer me up. "Thanks, buddy," I replied, ruffling his hair. "But this is grown-up stuff. I'll figure it out." He didn't say anything else, just nodded and went back to his room. Chapter 2. A peculiar call 3 days later as I was sitting at the kitchen table trying to make sense of the numbers and drafting a plan to climb out of the debt Alice had left me with. My phone rang. Alice's name flashed across the screen. I hesitated before answering. I hadn't heard from her since she walked out, and I wasn't sure I wanted to. "Hello." Her voice was frantic, trembling with fear. "You have to help me, Paul, please." I leaned back in my chair, surprised by the urgency in her tone. "Help you after everything you've done? Why would I even consider it?" She stammered, unable to finish the sentence. "The money, it's gone, all of it." Chapter 3. Michael's secret. As Alice panicked on the other end of the line, the pieces began to fall into place. Michael's cryptic reassurance echoed in my mind. "I took care of it." "Michael," I called out, lowering the phone. "Can you come here for a second?" He appeared in the doorway, his face calm but carrying the faintest hint of mischief. "What's up, Dad?" I put the phone on speaker, letting Alice's frantic voice fill the room. Michael listened intently, then smiled. "Don't worry, Dad," he said casually. "I told you I took care of it." Chapter 4. Falling apart. The phone call starts out frantic, but as the minutes pass, Alice's voice grows increasingly panicked. Her boyfriend, Marcus, has turned cold, refusing to offer her support now that the money is gone. The glamorous life she ran to has unraveled, exposing her to harsh realities she thought she had escaped. "He left," Alice stammers. He said he's not interested in someone who can't pull their weight." Paul listened silently, a mix of bitterness and pity stirring within him. The woman who walked out on him, abandoning her responsibilities, now finds herself abandoned by the man she trusted. "I thought you'd at least understand," she continues, her voice breaking. "I thought." "No," Paul cuts her off, his tone firm. "You didn't think that's why you're in this mess." Chapter 5. Facing the reality in her desperation, Alice shows up at Paul's house looking nothing like the confident woman who left. Her clothes are rumpled, her face pale, and her eyes filled with regret. "Paul, please," she says, standing on the doorstep. "I don't have anywhere else to go." Michael peers out from behind his father, his expression steady yet guarded. Paul hesitates, torn between the part of him that still feels loyalty to the mother of his child and the part of him that knows he has to protect Michael from further chaos. "I need to know the truth," Paul says, gesturing for Alice to sit at the kitchen table. "What happened? And why are you really here?" Alice spills everything. The debts she accrued while trying to impress Marcus, the schemes she attempted to cover them up, and the fallout from Michael's unexpected intervention. Chapter 6. A glimmer of redemption. The story could continue by exploring Alice's gradual realization of the harm she caused, both financially and emotionally. Her desperation serves as a wake-up call, forcing her to confront her choices and begin seeking redemption. However, Paul doesn't simply forgive her. Instead, he insists she work to repair the damage, not just the finances, but the trust she broke with both him and their son.